What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just showing you how to do this stem card again. When you're looking at this little coin battery, something to keep in mind is that the top of it, where it says Energizer, is the positive side of the battery, and the bottom is negative. So if you look at the bottom of the battery, you're going to see all those little dimples or whatever. There's no negative symbol, but know that that's the bottom side of the battery. And so, I guess fun little fact here, the top of the battery, if you look carefully, even extends to the side. So you got to be careful, because you got to remember the side of that battery is technically the positive side of the battery. It's only that bottom that has all the little dimples that is going to be the negative surface of the battery. And then also on this LED light, you got to remember that the prong that you need to touch the positive side is the longer one. So just to show you what I mean by that, if I was to take the short prong and put it on the positive side of the battery, it wouldn't work. You don't see that light lighting up. But if I flip it around and the long side, the long prong, is touching the positive side of the battery, then you should be able to get it to light up. Wow, I just did that one-handed. That's pretty impressive. Okay, the short side, the short prong is on the bottom of the battery. The long prong is on the top of the battery. Or I should say it more precisely. The long prong is touching the positive, and the short prong is touching the negative. Okay, now you just gotta build your circuit. And so you can do that however you want. But know that if that aluminum foil is conductive and it's touching the bottom of the battery, that now becomes negative, right? That would be a negative wire, essentially. Let me see if I can tape this on and even make it work. So this is really sloppy, but hey, it'll probably do the job. If I take this wire and put it on the positive side of the battery, it should be like basically a positive wire, right? So let's just tape all this down real quick. Now, it's real important that you don't let the positive and negative side of a battery touch. That means don't even let those wires touch, because you got to remember that since this is now touching the positive side of the battery, it's technically like a positive wire. All right? So there we go. If we take this little bulb here and we stretch out the prongs, you notice you can bend those, right? But when you do bend them, be careful, because they will break. You know, bend them just slightly. Bend them with ease and care. And don't bend them too fast, or they'll heat up. Okay, now I forgot which one's the long one and which one's the short one, but okay, it's the left one, it's the long one. That means it needs to touch the positive side, so let me flip that around. Okay, check it out. If I make contact, I should have the bulb light up. All right, waha. Now, the key is, how do you build a circuit? Well, watch this. Let's just go ahead and tape this down. Just lost the light. I'm doing this really quickly, so it's going to be sloppy, but all right. There we go. We have it working. But it's going to be working all the time. That's not what we want. We want this thing only to work when we open the card or push a button or do something like that. So you need to create a circuit that has a switch in it. And you can make the switch however you want. Notice that if you just tear the aluminum foil, and you can do either one, this one or that one. If you just tear the aluminum foil, or disconnect it, that'll obviously work too. Okay, sorry, I needed both my hands to do that. If you just have a break in the, if you just tear the aluminum foil like that and then touch it, you got yourself a switch. It's on, off, contact, no contact, contact, no contact. All right, that's all a switch is. And this card just illustrates how the stuff works. You need to make a Christmas card that sort of hides all this stuff. You don't have to hide it if you don't want to, but you can hide the battery by putting paper over it and taping it down. And then your switch is the only thing that sort of needs to be engineered in this card kind of cleverly. You could just make it a simple push button like this if you want. All right, there's many ways to do that. Just make it so that when the card is closed, it doesn't actually go like that, because then that battery is going to die and your card won't last.